Hey guys, Tamago here. Welcome back to PlayStation's The Tester. Now, if you don't know what this show is, honestly, we're in too deep at this point, so I recommend you go back, watch episode 1, and I'll see you back here in 2 hours, okay? Now, in the last episode, the contestants were battling head-to-head in a gaming quiz. And unfortunately, despite the fact that he wasn't the worst performer in the challenge, we ended up saying goodbye to Big D, which was a huge loss, arguably the biggest loss of the show so far. I didn't mean it like that. Oh my god. Now, Star, of course, is still in the game. I have nothing against Star personally, but I feel like anyone can see that she's kind of been given a pass twice in a row now, so she really has to bring it in this challenge. So, you know what? Without further ado, let's get into PlayStation's The Tester, Episode 6.
All the skinny people food is pissing me off. If I was to compile everything she's eaten through this whole thing, I might have one plate of food.
Bruh, you need to lay off Star, man. What are you doing? That's so annoying. How are you going to be commenting on someone's food while they're eating? Like, come on, man.
There's only 5 of us left now, and I've been in the bottom more times than I can count.
You can't count to 3?
Basically, if I'm in the bottom again, there's a really good chance I'm going home.
Yeah, like, she has to kill it in this challenge. I'm talking flying colors, top of the class, gold star performance.
Attention testers, it's time for your next challenge. Focus and aim are the name of the game. Be ready to deploy within the hour. From now on, you're on your own.
Okay, so we know based on the preview in the last episode that they're playing paintball, they're shooting at targets, and I really wish they were shooting at each other. Not necessarily because I want to see them put in pain. You know, not necessarily, but it would just be more fun. It would be more like a game. They could actually theme it around the kind of, you know, Battlefield style game. There are 5 of them, so you wouldn't have even teams, but I feel like you could do a free-for-all. That seems like it would require more of a budget though, so whatever.
You still didn't explain to me, Doc, why you feel you're gonna be the next one to go.
Anytime something goes down, right, they'll be like, oh yeah, your team did good, and then they just leave me out of it.
What challenges has Doc actually been on the winning team for? The football challenge? Yeah, they didn't say anything positive about him, to be honest, I don't remember. Winning team for the LARPing challenge? Yeah, I didn't remember them saying anything about him either. Winning team for the last challenge as well. Okay, he has a point there. He does have a point. And especially, remember episode 1, where they were just going in on him for making a joke? You know what? He has a point. The judges don't like him. They actually don't like him.
Doc's really nervous. He thinks that the judges have it out for him.
I feel like the judges do have it out for him, but I don't think it's like a special have it out for him. It's just like oh yeah, we don't like that guy. You know, it's not like, oh, we hate this guy. Berrios probably didn't help his case.
Let's go to this challenge.
Yo, Abd, are you sure you're ready? You haven't even done up your shoelaces. I already have a bad omen for this challenge.
All right, testers, fall into formation. It's time for your next challenge.
That was formation, yeah. Fall into formation. Let me just slightly shift to my right here.
To test your ability to stay focused under the pressure in today's challenge, we're at a paintball shooting range.
I've only shot a gun once in real life, and that was really bad. This might not work out so well for me.
Yo, Star, who did you shoot?
Joining us as always is Mr. Brent Goki, the release manager for the global platform First Party Quality Assurance.
Release manager. We know now.
Mr. Hal Sparks, actor, comedian, and a hardcore gamer who knows a thing or two about performing under pressure.
Come get some.
I don't want it.
We've brought in a combat gaming expert, managing producer of...
Managing what?
Producer.
Again.
Producer.
I mean, listen, I'm just saying, right? I know everyone makes mistakes while speaking. Even I do it. I'm just saying, you can take it again. Just do another take. It's not a problem.
Of Killzone 2.
Take it on,
Yo, you know what? Respect to just how times have changed, because these used to be amazing graphics. Like, people be like, yo, did you see the graphics in Killzone 2? I don't know anyone who's actually talking about Killzone 2, but just this general era, right? Look at how dead this looks now. We've come a long way. Very long way.
Hope you guys brought your first-person shooter skills, because we're gonna put them to the test out here.
I never leave home without them.
We got Kyle in the house, y'all. Killzone 2. I know y'all heard of it. Best graphics out there, if anybody doesn't know.
They just made this man do an ad read in the middle of the freaking episode. You're nauseous. You better have gone paid extra for that, you know.
We've set up a shooting range with 15 targets worth various point values. The targets close are worth...
Wait, why did her... What? Why did her audio cut out there? It was like...
The target close...
What could she have said that made them cut her audio out? The target's up close. It's not like she said the target's close. Now I have to freaking censor that.
And there are orange targets further in the distance worth 3 points. Each player will have 1 minute to shoot 40 paintballs from a semi-automatic gun from behind any one of these firing stations. There are 3 of them.
I got the background. I got this covered. I was in the Marine Corps 2336 Alpha EOD Explosive Ordnance and Disposal.
What? wait. Did he just say something that made sense? I was in the Marine Corps 2336 Alpha.
You could pick up a weapon, you could take people out.
Doc's about to get a major war flashback during the challenge and just turn around and start shooting the judges like...
All I'm gonna take out is the other competitors.
He just said what I'm gonna take out is the other competitors. He's gonna shoot them. He's gonna go rogue.
There are 25 points to be earned, and each target can only count toward your score once. And to really turn on the pressure, Kyle will be following behind you, firing paintballs at your feet. Now...
Put your tongue away, sir.
All right, Star, you're up first. To the line. On my air horn. Are you ready? You mark? Get set.
Oh, what's with the night vision? This is like the sunniest day I have ever seen in my life. Yo, let's add this night vision effect like it makes any sense. Why is she walking? Yo, hurry it up. I don't know. Isn't that weird? I just feel like if you're in a time sensitive thing, why are you like freaking marching along? Chop, chop.
During this challenge, between stations, Star just walking.
Even Cyrus said it. Okay, alright. At least it wasn't me nitpicking. Like, it's something that was noticed. Alright, who put this music on? You're just taking the piss. Come on. That's my job.
I don't know if that's part of her strategy, if she's trying to preserve energy so she could focus more.
Shut up, Cyrus. You know that's not what it is, man. She's trying to preserve it. Shut up, babe. Just stop. Just stop.
10 seconds!
They're trying really hard to make this engaging to watch, and it's just not. All we're seeing is someone holding a gun like this, and then we see close-ups of paint on a freaking piece of cardboard. Like, it's just not... It's not engaging content, to be fair.
Going first, I'm actually very surprised that I did as well as I did. It's anybody's game at this point.
All right, Star, you got 6 points.
6? That's... Wow, okay. That's really bad, right? Like, it's out of 25. I think that's it, you know? I think she's going home. I mean... Maybe it's harder than it actually, like, looks. Like, maybe it's really hard to get 25. Maybe 6 is pretty much what a person can get. But I don't know, like, that's really low. That's what is that? It's like 24%?
I'm gonna go in there full blazing. Game on, dude. Game on. The little shooting thing is not really gonna bother me. I mean, I've been in the hood.
Oh my god. Did this guy just say that? Listen, I refuse to believe he said that of his own accord. Someone wrote that for him to say, I've been in the hood. So, you know, I'm used to shooting. You know, PlayStation's the tester, bro.
Hitting these targets is a lot harder than I thought. But then something tells me, focus some more, adjust, and start hitting the targets.
I mean, fair. Hitting these targets was really hard, but then something told me, you know what? Let's hit the targets. Like, I mean, yeah, that's ideally the thought process you would be having. So, you know, fair. Bruv, I don't like this site. I just, like, where I paused it on the screen, I've just seen it now. It's legit, you just have this guy pointing a gun at this other guy's head. Like, what are you doing, man?
Star and Nauseous, you guys are tied with 6 points.
I found out my score is 6. I'm tied with Star.
Yo, he also got 6 points after all this thing of, you know what, I'm gonna start hitting the targets. Really? Okay, you know what? It seems like it might actually be quite hard. So maybe 6 is gonna be a more average score. I have been paintballing a few times and it is kind of hard to aim, but it's harder when, you know, you're trying not to get shot yourself. When no one's shooting at you. I guess you have that guy in the back, the tongue guy who's like shooting at them. So I'm sorry, I forgot his name. All I remember is that he stuck his tongue out.
On your mark, get set.
Yo, Amped coming in with the stance. She's just ready.
I have a history of paintball. I used to play a lot, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna do pretty well today.
A history of paintball. What a... I have a history of paintball. That's nice. I mean, at least by the way they're editing it, it looks like she's doing well. I can't tell. Like, it's impossible to tell how well a person does until they show the score. So that's why this challenge doesn't really work for an episode.
3, 2.
Alright, you know what? At this point, I'm just gonna start guessing the scores. Because what else can I do? It looked like she was doing pretty alright. I'm gonna guess she got like 12. Let's say she got double the average so far.
I'm thinking that I hit a 3.
Amped, you're in the lead with 9 points.
9. Okay. Alright. So she's in the lead, but still, like, people aren't even getting like half of the points available to them.
Amped score definitely means that I have to step it up.
Doc, you're up. Come to the line.
This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Without my rifle, I am nothing. My rifle without me is nothing.
Is that some kind of mantra or something? Without my rifle, I'm nothing.
Whoa.
Doc, you have to be inside the firing station. Red line, red line.
Oh, this guy moved out of the line? So does that mean, what happens? Is he gonna like lose points or something? It's really hard for them to capture the judges' reactions to things when they have freaking masks over their faces. Is this guy in the back even really doing anything? You know, he's supposed to be shooting at their feet, but I'm seeing no reactions from these contestants so far. This guy needs to slow down with the shots. It sounds like they have 40 paintballs, right? I'm just hearing like, bro, listen, you don't have infinite ammo. You gotta preserve it.
Out of ammo?
He actually ran out. Oh, crap. Yo, that's not good, man. Listen, we need to see how well he scored. If he didn't score enough, he actually might go home.
I did horrible, and it's a horrible feeling.
Doc, you hit 3 1-point targets.
3? Bruh. Nah. Okay, wait.
But because you were outside of the red line for the firing station for one of them, that one does not count. So you only have 2 points.
2 points! And the next person is Cyrus, and you know Cyrus is gonna get more than 2 points. Yo! Doc! Bruv, you know how he was feeling nervous at the beginning, yeah? It might actually be his time. Nah, wait. Something, they're gonna do some kind of twist. It can't happen like this. They can't send Doc home like this. As much as Doc and I have had our differences, he's a legendary person. You can't just kick him off right now. Wait, we have to see how it goes, but come on. 2 points.
That's just a horrible feeling. I have no idea what to think. I'm sweating bullets, man.
That was the problem, bruv. You're sweating them when you should have been aiming them.
It's finally my turn to compete in this challenge. I feel pretty safe knowing I have to get at least 2 so I'm not on the bottom. But if I want to be safe, I have to beat out Amped, and she got 9.
But yeah, this challenge is definitely a lot harder than you might at first think. Like, 9 is the top score. And that's not even half of what is available. Watch this guy go and get freaking 20 points though. No amount of slow motion is gonna make this cool. Editors, I'm gonna need you to just give up right now.
All right, right, Cyrus, the score to beat was 9 points. You did really well, and you got 7 one-pointers up front here. And you squeaked 1 3-pointer out in the back for a total of 10 points.
He freaking won, obviously. Freaking hell, man. This guy always wins. I don't know. He doesn't always win, but it kind of feels like he always wins.
It is amazing. The sense of relief. Just a huge weight off my shoulders knowing I'm safe.
Fair play to him. Nice job, Cyrus.
I ended up with 6 points. Doc ended up with 2. I could possibly be in danger.
She could go home, but you know what? I was like, what reason would they give for her going home? She was walking between the stations. That just shows such a lack of enthusiasm. That's a good reason they could give to send her home. If they send her home because they're like, come on, you're walking between the stations. Clearly you don't want to be here. You don't care. Come on now. I would be like, fair. If Doc gets sent home, it's gonna be really sad because it's like, mate, are you serious, man? But he didn't do that well. That's the thing. He actually flopped the challenge. So they could send him home and you wouldn't really be able to argue it. It's more so an argument of, does he deserve to go home more than Star does? Amped is safe. And Nauseous, I mean, he scored the same as Star, but he's not in a precarious situation like Star is. So he should be fine as well. For real, Star just lacks so much energy, man. Like, does she have an iron deficiency or something? No, maybe she should have eaten more food. Like,
yeah, you gotta find some way of pulling a little bit of focus away from you stepping out of that box, because they are gonna call you out on that, because you're the only person that did that. I'm gonna call Star out.
Dude, you can't call someone out in the judge's room, because it looks childish. Yeah, but look at what she did. She did worse. You can't do that. You just have to defend yourself as best as you can and hope that they take the heat elsewhere.
We get back to the loft and we have to formulate a plan as to how we're gonna save Doc.
You're not gonna save him. Let it go. The alliance is over. You will not have any effect on whether or not this guy goes home. Leave it.
Because he did terrible, but...
The way he said it, he did terrible. We gotta save him, but I mean, he did terrible.
The only option we have is to try to throw Star under the bus because she didn't hustle.
What is it with this guy Cyrus and throwing people under buses? This guy should never become a bus driver. He will be a menace to society.
If all 3 of us push the judges to get rid of Star, it just might work.
You deserve a second chance. How many second chances has she gotten?
She's gotten a lot of second chances. I mean, how many times has Doc actually had to answer for something he did that made people fail a challenge? I don't think he ever has. Even the time when they were roasting him, he still wasn't like a low performer. It's just that they were annoyed by his jokes. So realistically, he shouldn't get sent home based on this one thing if the judges are all about second chances, apparently.
Good evening, testers.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see that again.
Time for yet another elimination.
Why is she dressed like a princess? I mean, it looks nice, but it seems to not match the occasion. You know what I'm saying? Is this how you have to dress when you come to meet gamers? You have to be in your best ball attire.
I need all the help I can get at the elimination tonight. I'm hoping that my alliance will back me up and speak up.
To be fair, right? If Cyrus and Amped do actually say, yo, Doc deserves a second chance, they could save him. It shouldn't be him that asks for a second chance, because that seems kind of like begging, right? But if they say, yo, come on, Doc deserves a second chance, the judges might be moved. They might be moved by it. But they can't go on the attack of Star. If they attack Star, it's not gonna work.
Today's challenge tested your ability to remain focused under pressure.
I'm hoping the judges focus on Star.
Was that on purpose? Was that on purpose? I'm hoping the judges focus
on Star being in the bottom, not hustling, and not getting the job done appropriately.
See, like, as much as I agree with what you said, it doesn't work coming from you because you didn't get the job done to an even more severe degree than she didn't get the job done.
Cyrus, you were unfazed by the time limit or the lack of ammo, and you killed it. You are safe from elimination.
That smile, man. This dude Cyrus, bro. Fair play. It's hard to hate on him because it's like, he is winning though. Like, he is winning. But it's just like, man, there's something about him. It's like, this freaking guy, man.
In addition to winning today's challenge, you will also be receiving a new PSP Go, the sleekest and mightiest of the PSP systems. Congratulations.
Okay, that's sick. You know what? That's sick, because I remember being so hyped for the PSP Go. This was before I had my own PSP or anything. I would watch, there was this one video that I'd watch over and over again. It was just like a hands-on look at the PSP Go, and the clock, it was just a clock. It's literally just a regular clock, but there was something about it. It just looked freaking amazing. Oh my God.
As for the rest of you, your fates lie in the hands of our panel.
Every single time that I've been up for elimination and I've made it, you know, and I know they're keeping track of that. And it's really, really tough competition. And everybody here is really awesome, but I don't want to go home. Simple as that.
See, I'm not even sure about that anymore. Like, I'm just like, maybe she does want to go home, or maybe she just doesn't care. I would completely understand. Like, by this point, you're 6 episodes in, you've seen the BS that's going down, you're just like, man, whatever, bro, whatever. I understand just not caring at all, and just phoning it in all the challenges, which is why it's so weird that she hasn't been sent home.
You know, I want to hear what you thought about your performance and your focus.
I knew I had to bring my A game already. I've been in the bottom 3 times now. I had a lot to prove today. And so I knew that it was going to be extremely tough trying to prove that from being first and not being able to have the advantage of seeing everybody else's strategy.
You know, going first is a slight disadvantage. Is it enough of a disadvantage to excuse the second lowest score? I don't know. Granted, Nauseous went second and he got the same score. So
I really saw a lack of energy.
Yeah.
It was as if you were asleep while you're walking through and doing these.
It was more the energy that got to me for you.
Exactly. It was just a lack of energy. You know what? She could say, yo, I had a light breakfast this morning. I swear that would work. Say that as an excuse, they'll be like, oh, okay, you know what? It's cool. Ain't no one want to criticize your diet. It's okay.
You sort of walked to your position, you took a few shots, you moved to the next position, you took some shots, and you ran out of time.
That would be fine, were it not for the fact that, you know, you had Doc moving so much. He's actually moving out of bounds, and yet he still only gets like 3 points before they remove one. So, you know, it's like, yeah, she was moving slowly, which was really weird. But she kind of got the job done. Like, kind of.
And I saw more energy from Kyle.
Yeah, I saw something from Kyle, okay? Whatever gaming company Kyle works at has probably blocked me on Twitter by now.
I'm thinking, did the judges finally have it right? Are they focused on star?
Doc, you need to let go of the word focused, right? It was funny the first time. Now you need to stop.
And I'm thinking maybe this might turn out good.
Doc, you've been pretty quiet. I'd like to hear from you.
How are you going to say you've been pretty quiet? People wait for their turn to speak. It's like, Doc, you've been pretty quiet. I didn't know this was an open discussion. I thought you addressed the person that you wanted to speak. What are you talking about? That is such an antagonistic way to start a conversation. Like, imagine walking up to someone. Hey, you've been pretty quiet. It's like, what? What? I wasn't even talking to you. A slight smirk on Brent's face. This guy, he's a bit of a murderer, you know? I can't say that. I'm gonna say it on the low down, but there's something off there, you know what I mean? Like,
why so serious? How'd you feel about your performance today?
Oh, my performance sucked.
Well, I mean, we appreciate the honesty, at least.
You were the lowest points by far, but this competition was not strictly on points. It was about focus.
Obviously, one of the big issues was you had 3 points. You lost one because you were outside the box.
You know, like, Doc could spin it. Listen, it wasn't because I lost focus. It's just I was overcome with enthusiasm and dedication to the cause. I was moving myself into a strategic position so I'd have the best vantage point to hit the targets. You know, you can spin it like that, and they'll be like, you know, that's rubbish, but at least you have some showmanship here.
One of the easiest things you can control is staying in the box, and it cost you a point.
You can't keep me in the box when I'm an outside the box thinker. yo, Doc, you need to start saying these things. They're just gonna be like, yo, he has a comeback for everything.
Judges come to me, and all they're doing is pointing out faults left and right.
Yeah, that's generally what they do.
My focus was good on my targets. I would have noticed the box issue because when you're shooting, you always reevaluate your shooting position. It's an ongoing process. It's a fluid thing.
I don't understand. He's saying I would have noticed the box issue. So what's he saying? Like, is he saying he wasn't outside the box? Is this like a made up thing? Is this a fabricated problem? I don't understand. What? I'm gonna need some explanation here. Doc, if you're watching still, I'm not surprised if you're not, but if you're watching still, leave a comment below. I don't get it. Were you outside the box or were you not outside the box? I mean, in the video, you were outside the box, but I don't get what you mean by that.
How about the two of you who did really well today? Which one of you felt was the most focused of them?
Are you serious? Are you serious? They're doing this again. What is it with Amped and Cyrus that they like so much? Do they show some kind of special authority? Okay, sure, they scored the highest. But I mean, you could ask Nauseous as well.
So when Star got up there, I thought she kind of lost some of her time, that she could have probably hit a target or two more.
Obviously, they're gonna, just be battering Star, so it's not looking good for Star right now if it is in their hands. They need to drive home the whole give Doc a second chance. Like, if they drive home the idea of a second chance, he might make it.
How about Cyrus?
Who was least focused?
It felt like he was, signaling who Cyrus should say with that eye movement. He was like, who was the least focused?
Who was least focused?
I was shocked by the walking with Star. I don't know why, but I think she just didn't have the focus.
Okay, so they did what they would be expected to do because for some reason this alliance thing matters to them. Actually, you know what? It might not even be about the alliance. It might just be about saltiness over the fact that she's still here. So I get it. I get it.
After Doc clearly came in last place, I feel like Amped and Cyrus tried to gang up against me in order to help Doc and keep him around.
You feel like that because that's what's happening.
Sorry, this is your 4th time at the bottom.
See, can you call it the bottom based on points? Because in that case, Nauseous is also at the bottom, you know?
It sucks every time. It does. So I am taking everything very hard. I am taking everything to heart. And I am trying my best.
See, the thing about the whole I'm taking everything to heart, I'm trying my best, is what does it matter? Because these are one-off challenges. If you were doing the same challenge every week, then working really hard to improve might actually mean something. But if in one episode you're answering trivia questions, and in another episode you're in a goddamn war zone, where is the translation? Where are the transferable skills?
The thing that keeps coming up for me with you, Star, is walking from station to station. That is your biggest drawback, I think.
I mean, if we're thinking of it purely in terms of how does this necessarily translate over into how they may perform as a games tester, I feel like the fact that she was walking represents just a lack of engagement in the task. You know what I mean? If you want to spin it like that. So I would send Star home in this case. I would.
Doc, in the very first challenge, we had Critical Eye.
Yeah, they did.
We talked to you about focus.
Doc, you also probably could have scored higher. You spent a lot of time joking.
And it shows me that you aren't focused.
So yeah, they're saying that, focus is an issue for Doc because in the first challenge he was making jokes. Maybe. But also, you gotta think, it's the first episode. He's trying to get to know you guys. He's establishing a rapport. Obviously, if there's a challenge at hand, you gotta stick to the point of the challenge. But we've come to know Doc over time, and we know he's just a joker. He's a joker. He tells jokes. So it's like, I don't know if you can really rag on him too hard for that. But sure, he maybe isn't as focused as some of the other contestants. Sure, I'll give you that.
Now we're at another challenge that's focused on focusing, and you're at the bottom.
It's my first time at the bottom.
See, you need to hammer home that point. What he just said there. It's my first time at the bottom. Hammer that home. This is Star's 4th time at the bottom. This is your first time. Hammer home what you've done well in the past. You said it yourself at the beginning, right? You said, whenever I do well, they never notice me or praise me. This is your time. This is like, you have to do a verbal curriculum vitae right now. Why didn't I say CV? Just verbally say, listen, This is everything I have done that was good.
Star went first, didn't get to watch anybody, and she had 3 times as many points as you did.
Just because you hit a target doesn't mean you're focused.
I guess so. I mean, yes, I suppose.
How bad I'm sitting there and wanting that BT4 right now, because trust me, I'd be focused on not missing all 3 of those judges.
Fam, you know what I said about how this guy is gonna turn on and start shooting the judge? He just said it himself. He just admitted it. You guys, if you kick him off, you're gonna need to up security on this place. I'm just saying. The PlayStation house is gonna need some watchtowers.
Are we still all in agreement?
Still all in agreement. They made their mind up before this had even went down. Okay. So they already knew who they were sending home. You know what? I think Doc is going, you know. I think Doc is going. It's just so awkward seeing Meredith there, just so overly dressed compared to everyone else. It's just like, what? Who asked her to do this? Why? Did she run out of other clothes? Like, for the final, maybe. But freaking episode 6?
From what we saw, it comes down to just lack of focus.
Oh my god. No, really?
Doc, I'm sorry to say, but I think unraveling today out on the field.
Even Doc is like, this decision doesn't make sense, man. He's like, what the flip? Like, it's just like, come on. Okay, here's the thing. The decision makes sense. But it's just like, come on now. Don't be assholes about it. This is my first time.
Made our decision pretty easy. We do not feel you have what it takes to be the next PlayStation game tester.
Damn. You know what? This is such an interesting, because Doc was like half of my material. So now he's going. It's like, who do I roast? Listen, as much as Doc had very clownish behavior, it cannot be denied. This guy was entertaining. Ah, come on. Really? Star gets away with it again. It's not quite the same as the other two because she wasn't the worst performer in this one. So, you know, it's not quite the same. But I also feel bad for Star because the tensions in the house are going to be insane. People are just going to be freaking against her even more now because it's like 3 times in a row. You haven't gone home. What's going on? Like how, because it's not up to her if she goes home or not once it gets to the judges' hands. They said they made up their mind already. So it's like, from her perspective even, it's awkward. Like imagine if you're just getting special treatment and all of your freaking colleagues, right, are just like, why are you getting special treatment? You don't even know. You don't even know. They're just turning everyone against you.
That was my first time in the bottom and it was over like that, which is...
Yeah, he's right. He's right. Doc, you're absolutely right there. I can't lie. I cannot lie. Yo, Amped, why are you so happy? I mean, I'm not saying she needs to be bawling, but that's a very wide smile she has.
I'm proud of myself that I made it into this and I made it as far as I did. I'm not proud that Star is still in there.
I actually think that this show has created an enemy for life for Doc. You know, it's like, I came to this show looking to make friends. I left with an enemy for life. This guy actually wants to shoot them up. Up that security, man. Get those watchtowers, get those dogs, and get those guards. This guy is gonna come back with a vengeance. You need to watch out.
I totally feel the judges made a mistake. PlayStation is missing out on someone who is a great gamer and would make a great tester.
Damn. We lost 2 heavy hitters in a row. Big D and Doc. We got 4 left.
With 1 more adversary defeated, each of you has a 1 in 4 shot of landing your dream job as the next PlayStation game tester. We'll see you at your next challenge.
I, again, was up on the chopping block and I survived barely. And
basically, if I'm in the bottom again, there's a really good chance I'm going home.
They're reusing that audio clip. That exact audio clip was used earlier in this episode to refer to this challenge. I can't be bothered. Next week on The Tester.
Eyes!
strike, strike, kick, 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 kick.
I don't even want to know, man. So that's the tester episode 6. I'm actually shocked that we said goodbye to Doc, but that's how the show goes. Whether manufactured or by actual events that occurred, you can never really predict what's gonna happen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then click that like button and make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you'll be notified as soon as the next episode comes out, where apparently they'll be like beating each other to death or something. But until next time, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Put your tongue away, sir.